Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a beautiful day in London. I am joined by Nez from Zimba Motoring.
Hello,
What's
super
up?
cool. How's it going, my friend?
Good.
Good to see you, all right?
Yeah, good to see you too. So you may have seen Nez a couple of times because you work at Romans International and we pop down there every now and again. But I actually went to university with you, so I've known Nez for about 5 years. And to do this full circle of university, drinking a lot, playing tennis, to now doing YouTube together.
Exactly. This is awesome. This is
pretty cool.
It's
It's pretty cool. And we've got a beautiful day. My C63 behind, and you love the suspension.
Yes.
It is pretty cool to look at, but we've only done a 2-minute drive here to Battersea Park because basically what I want to do is ask you your expertise and your knowledge, because your YouTube channel, your recent videos have come down to the modified daily driver scene, right?
Exactly.
So RS3s, A45s,
M140s and all stuff, yeah.
Really, really cool video. So I'm going to leave Nez's channel link in the description below, but I wanted to bring you on board because I feel like you're the expert for this sort of thing. I'm a complete noob and have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Motec did a great job and I drove home. However, what these guys saw online was my first drive, which was 5 to 10 minutes on a dual carriageway. It was going to be a fairly smooth ride. I tested Sport Plus, Sport and Comfort, but London, I feel like I've got more unforgiving roads.
Yes.
Speed bumps with restrictions, now with spaces on the car.
It's going to be
There's
fun.
more, yeah, for you maybe, not for me. But I wanted to put it to the real test to see whether I've ruined the car or whether it is still as usable as a daily driver should be. So should we just get the GoPro hooked up and go?
Let's jump in it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Now we start in Battersea Park because these speed bumps replicate the speed bumps that I've got in my new apartment. On the driveway of the new apartment.
Yeah.
So this is kind of now what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Right.
The suspension on a stock C63 is fairly stiff as it is.
Yeah.
But these aren't positioned that well for my wheelbase because both wheels hit them at a really weird angle and a really weird time. So yeah, Battersea Park, these are essentially the same speed bumps that I've got in my apartment. So proof that it can manage them.
Yes.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. You just have to slow down a bit.
Exactly, and it's a little bit firm as well. Now, Battersea Park is also home to a width restriction, which I am also quite familiar with, and speed bumps on a public road that, again, I'm fairly familiar with. This is because when we did the hot hatch tour, and Mr. JWW stitched me up and put me in a Ferrari 599, these are the speed bumps which I kept scraping the front bumper on. Oh, heart was in the mouth there on that turn. I genuinely thought that I was going to curb a wheel. God, I've got to be really soft with this. What's it scraping? Let's test out whether the C63 does it. First impressions?
Honestly, I can't tell the difference between this and a normal one. It's
apart from the aesthetics.
exactly.
And
It looks a lot lower.
That's the one thing that I really wanted to do when I was lowering the car, and Motec suggested that I could still keep the ride quality. It all came down to making sure that it was still usable and still dailyable without having such a firm ride that it just became uncomfortable for everyone in the car.
Yeah.
The width restriction to me gives me a good idea of whether the spaces are gonna completely wreck my alloys when I come close to curbs.
Are they diamond cut as well?
Yeah.
Oh, might be
But
expensive.
I'm confident that we can do this.
We can do it. Good
I
pass.
might get you to film on my camera, because if you just hold it down like this, we can see how,
See how-
close we're
All right.
getting. So
Okay.
let's get that set up so that the guys can see what we're dealing with and the risks that I'm willing to take to make sure that this is the right modification for me. Look at that. So these speed bumps
Oh God! Oh dear!
are big, but I feel like the track in my car I know that, yeah. I was thinking that the track being a little wider with the spaces
You clear them out.
would clear them either side, but it's not the case. But I'm not having to slow down. Like, this is where I am now because I'm scared. It's not that bad, is it?
It's not, yeah.
This is a good start to the day.
Very, very good start.
I don't want to straddle them because then I will be. That's like at least 10 inches that I'd be going up, which is not a good idea. But
yeah,
this is like game changing in my mind of the way that suspension works.
Yeah.
Because I had such a bad experience with my R8 and the tyres kept scraping the wheel arches, it just like, it frustrated me so much that I didn't want to drive the car. Whereas this, now I can take it into London. I feel like I could probably take it to most city centres like Paris or wherever, and be able to overcome most obstacles. How the car is now. Because next week, we've lowered the car.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that kind of builds the foundations of where we can go with this thing. We can add some aftermarket wheels to it. We can make it look even more aggressive with an aero kit. And that is exactly what's happening.
Oh, yes. Tell me more, Paul.
Carbon fibre, DMC.
Oh, yes.
Parts are being shipped right now to Dub Customs. So it's a carbon fibre front splitter, carbon fibre extended ducktail, carbon fibre rear diffuser, all going onto the car.
Jeez.
Now, it is going to look incredible.
It's gonna look mean.
But I do believe that now that we've dropped the car 10 millimeters or 15 millimeters. I can't remember what Motec said, which is really bad because it wasn't that long ago that I actually got the cars lowered. I was pretty tired on the day and I was concentrating on my filming. But I can imagine carbon fibre front split is what? That's like an extra 20 mil, right? So overall, the whole thing's going to be dropped by 35, max 30.
Yeah. So you have to be quite careful, I guess.
Yeah, I'm being quite careful now. I've got a trail of 5 cars behind me. Just being like, what are you doing?
You know, on Top Gear, they used to take the mickey out of caravanners.
Yeah.
How they're, with traffic behind. I think you've become one of those, Paul.
Looks like a caravan in this white paint.
With the new lowered suspension.
And how does this compare to, let's say, a lowered A45 or a lowered RS3?
I'm not gonna lie, this feels a lot more comfortable. The A45 is feels stiffer.
Yeah.
Whether that's because of it's a shorter chassis and the wheelbase, but this definitely feels. I love the seats as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Really supportive. And
everyone suggests that the bucket seats are the ones to have, but for the type of driving that I do in this thing, unless I was going to take it on a track, like I probably will want the sporty seats or the performance seats when I take it to like the Alps or somewhere like that, because you just want to be
hugged in,
cocooned in a little bit more. But for what we're doing, this is just ideal.
Oh, comfortable. I've got my heated seats on. Loving life.
I literally just thought that I could have been wrong, but that could have been.
That's great. Oh.
It's not as bad as the 599, but it is touching something, I think.
Oh.
It's such a fine. I almost think that it's not even a millimetre.
Yeah.
That's scraping, but it's scraping.
It's a tiny bit, isn't it?
Ooh. But it's not like it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, at all.
And driving home yesterday, I didn't scrape on any of the speed bumps that I've got at my house.
Yeah.
But it scrapes. Oh no, with the bloody DMC stuff now. I'm gonna have to take that like really carefully. I didn't think the Ferrari 599 is a particularly low car, and you can probably correct me with that, right? They're not that low.
No, because it's a GT car. It's supposed to be,
But it proper scraped on there. But
it did.
This massively passed that test, much better than the 599 did. But as a cruiser driving around, like, it's such a nice, almost feels like you're driving on a cloud. So yeah, I feel like this has been a fairly successful outing. I think we've had a pretty lucky day when it comes to the weather. I like coming into London when it's like this.
Yeah,
if it's raining, it's depressing. Everyone's in a rush.
Yeah.
And right now you get to see everyone's on a run. everyone's chilling out, no one's in a rush. This guy's on his phone, he's got his head up, experiencing the world. When it's raining in London, everyone's got their head down looking at their feet and no one gives a shit.
Yeah, it's depressing. Such a nice day, especially you. This is a panel roof that opens up, right?
It is.
Yes,
I've never done that before.
First, let's do it.
This is like, this is literally like as good as a convertible.
Yeah. We've got AMG V8, sunshine.
Oh, and
little open stretch.
still wants to break traction. Great one.
Yes. And now we've got all that crisp air.
I know. I've never done that before, you know.
Never?
No. I mean, I think it's safe to say that this has been a successful run. We've also talked a little bit about the nature of what I plan to do with this car.
Yep.
Which is videos coming soon. I'm going to be at Dub Customs this week as this video goes live, getting the kit installed onto the car, and then it's going to be assessing how quickly I want to start looking for aftermarket wheels. Because if you put like this aero kit on, all carbon fibre, and you make the car look really mean and it's lowered, but it's still on stock wheels, I'm a little bit uncertain as to think whether that's actually going to need change, whether it's going to need changing or not. Right.
Yeah, it's probably best to wait and see how it looks. It might look lovely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it saves me a bit of money.
Exactly. Best of both worlds.
But then it's the exhaust system time, so then things will really kick off, because it's going to be power upgrades, exhaust systems, and then it's going to be colour change.
Can I please come back when this car is like completely different? Yeah,
and then you can do like a proper review on it, like what you've done on the RS3s, the 140i's, and all of those cars, because I feel like it will be a perfect fit for your channel. Yeah. So let's do that. Could this be the ultimate daily? Maybe that's your YouTube. Maybe it's your YouTube title.
Make sure you subscribe, guys.
Yeah. Head over into the link description below, because we're going to do a video on your channel, which is essentially going to be talking about our journey from how we've both been at university to then doing this full circle and then coming back together for today
in an AMG.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
Crazy.
Let's try and find a place to pull over and.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn hãy bấm like, comment và hãy bấm nút đăng ký để ủng hộ cho kênh mình nha.